Hello, it's Commodore. Ted Coles here with a Batwoman review. This one will be Season 1, Episode 6. I'll be judge, I'll be jury. And it starts off amazing. You have this well-dressed man, must be an attorney because he's talking about, that a witness has come forward and has bravery to testify.
Listen, the victim had the courage to come forward and face her attackers.
And then, as he's walking to his car, all you see is this electrical line come crashing down onto his car. And then you see this big badass dude that looks like he came out of medieval time, like the Dark Ages, like dressed up in executioner's outfit, complete with executioner's axe. And he walks over to the fire hydrant, chops the cap off, so you got water coming right into the electricity. The attorney is bolting it, and he comes to this chain link fence. He's trying to climb it as this electrified water comes, and he just gets fried like a bug going into a bug zapper. Oh, that was just crazy. We find out he's a prominent in ADA.
Stanton was seen by many as a hero to Gotham, one who brought justice to the victims of some of the city's most notorious criminals, such as Jack Napier, otherwise known as the Joker.
So you go to the Crow's headquarters, and they're wondering, why haven't we been told to go find this guy? We got to go find this guy.
Anybody want to tell me why every news outlet in Gotham had this and we didn't even get so much as a heads up from the GCPD?
Technically, it's outside district lines.
And I believe it's because they called someone else.
The Gotham City PD decided to go with someone else, and then you see the Batwoman logo up there. We then get a cutaway to Alice. Looks like she's working on some new skin mask for Mouse. This is where it gets kind of confusing, because last we left, they were away in a countryside, and talking to each other saying, oh, we're crazy. So she's making this mask, like this, to put on Mouse. And now she's, like, I know she was trying to get something from her stepmother's office, but we don't know what, and how this guy is involved with it. When did they have a chance to kidnap this guy? But they do. And so she gets Mouse to go into the office to do whatever she needs him to do. Mouse is trying to tell him to kill her, and Alice is like, no, we need him.
I don't understand why we don't just kill him.
Because my sister is watching me like a hawk.
And he's like, you lost it. Like, you cared too much about your sister, blah, blah. Like, I think this scene goes on a little too long. So they try to figure out who might this new executioner be. And they go looking for him. The Crows are doing their own thing, and Kate's doing her own thing. And they narrow down the suspect list, and they think it's this one African-American guy that just got paroled.
Start with the violent offenders, cross-reference with recent parolees, work release and escapees with whatever biometrics we can get from the security footage.
All right. This is interesting. Chris Medlock, otherwise known as Chris the Fist.
Because in footage that they see during the case, he threatened to kill the DA and anyone that was involved in his capture.
Check out his sentencing.
So they believe it's him, so they're going after him. But again, Sophie has to ask for a different assignment.
So Gotham, we can keep him safe. Boom.
And they're in a standoff with supposedly the executioner. And they're asking for this one specific police officer to come in to negotiate.
Walken, This is
to only speak to one guy, a Detective Donnelly. Who?
Detective Donnelly, time is running out on your hostages. Get in here or I start
Listen.
shooting these people.
You don't have to go in there.
But you have Batwoman in there, and Sophie confronts her.
Like the new look. Red suits you. Goes with everything.
And they hear the victim screaming and gunshots fire. It ends up being a trap.
No, Donnelly, stay back!
And once the police officer opens the door, fire in the hole! It's like the scene from RoboCop. And during this, the officer is killed, and Sophie gets injured and reveals, I know it's you, Kate.
I'm hit.
You're bleeding. I'll get you help.
Thanks.
Kate.
Kate takes her to her stepsister's underground hospital and tells her to keep her there no matter what she says.
Why did you bring her here? She can afford a real hospital.
You get closer, and I need you to keep her here until I get back. Crows don't know she's missing.
No, you can't.
Do not measure with me.
Meanwhile, you have the Alice and Mouse storyline where he goes to the industry and steals a weapon, I guess they're working on, to penetrate the bat suit. And so he goes in as this supposedly other guy, and he is confronted, but he manages to BS his way out of it.
I just have to know. How were you able to overcome the ferromagnetic projectile saturation?
You almost had me there, Miss Hamilton. Trick question. That's proprietary information.
So as Kate and Lucas are looking for the executioner,
He keeps changing his MO. 50,000 volts of electricity, then a bunch of rifles. Doesn't make any sense.
Unless it's a pattern.
they find out there's a pattern to his methods of killing someone, that they are former methods of execution that were available in Gotham.
He'll stand with electricity like an electric chair. Then he gets Donnelly to walk in on that shooting gallery.
Like a firing squad.
He's using methods of capital punishment to kill his victims.
They find out that the third method will be using gas.
In the gas chamber.
So his next victim will be with gas.
The guy's got a flair for detail, so I'll bet you a batarang he'll use hydrogen cyanide pellets just like they did in the gas chamber. And there's only one warehouse in Gotham that stores them.
Which leads them to find out that it was another person that was the executioner and that they were going after the wrong guy. So the guy that's going around executing people was a guy that used to work for the state.
So if you found this, then you found me, and I did it. I am guilty as sin.
They find out it was a former state's executioner. Used to be on the good side, but because he had a feeling that it was all fraudulent, because every time he saw someone to get executed, it was always the same type of person.
Names kept coming up, same evidence. And everybody who sat in my chair started to look the same. Black, brown, poor. In 20 years, I never just a rich white.
So he's wondering, is this even true? Are these people really, could these be innocent people that you're making me kill? Lucas is kind of hesitant to go after him.
Crazy. Almost killed Sophie. Nearly made you roadkill.
Doesn't make him wrong.
He's an admitted killer, Kate. I knew Stanton, okay? He spent hours with my family.
So near the end, Kate saves the first guy that they accused because it's not him, and you don't want to send another innocent person to jail. So she rescues him from the crows and gives him the evidence that she found, that it's not him, it's someone else. Mouse calls Alice, pretending to be Kate to test her.
It's so touching, dear sister.
So Kate is Batwoman.
Really? It's getting to a point where I don't care about the Alice storyline anymore. Please end it. For the love of God, end it. I don't like the character. I don't like the arc. I think it's stupid. Especially, it's a watered down Harley Quinn. I've said it since episode 1. You also have Sophie. So you have Sophie confront Mary. And the half-sister is like, really? Batwoman saved you twice and you want to expose her. You really loving screwing around with people's lives. First you mess up Kate, and now you're going after Batwoman. It's like, you must be a sorry, pathetic human to do that.
Batwoman can take care of herself, just like she took care of you twice, by my count. And now you're just gonna betray her? What, is that like your thing?
What's that supposed to mean?
And I agree. And it also seems like Sophie, despite saying that she wanted to move on from Kate, doesn't feel like it. She's obsessed. Because it's like, if I'm going to be miserable, you got to be miserable. Which is a poor thing to go through life with. And that's what it feels like. Like, I'm starting to really hate the Sophie character. Because it's like, she's so vindictive. It's like, I'm not happy. You can't be happy. I feel like Sophie needs to forget about it. You chose to leave Kate. Stop screwing around with her life. Like, when Kate gets a new girlfriend, you start diving into what she's doing. Kate trying to build her life. She's trying to go forward, and you're holding her back. Now with the executioner, he's going after one more target. He killed the main police officer. He killed the ADA. Now he's going after the judge.
Except you're burning more than the midnight oil. Is that the evidence? Donnelly got the confessions. Stanton convinced the jury. Just banged your gavel.
I can pay you. You have to protect me from him.
So at the end, they have this one manager last battle. Batwoman makes the commander confess that the only reason he's blaming Batman for the death of his family is because the only other person he can blame is himself.
I have to blame that symbol. If I don't... If you don't want... Tell me! I have to blame myself.
Like, that's the old saying. It's easier to blame someone else for your failures instead of yourself. And this throws Kate into a little bit of a tailspin at the end.
Bruce, now I know how much it must have hurt hearing your uncle blame you for what happened on the bridge. But he had to blame someone. Made me realize I was doing the same thing. I've been blaming my dad for not saving Beth that day.
And at the end, you do see Mouse and Alice kind of reconcile. And with the Batwoman damaging weapon, killing weapon, he hands it over to her for a stuffed animal.
Trade you Mr. Pandy for it.
You kept it.
To remind me of you.
So, overall, I love this episode. I wish they kept the Executioner because he was an amazing bad guy. Not this Alice bullshit that they're still running with. And like I say, if they were going to make her like a Harley Quinn or a Joker, have her from behind the scenes pulling all the strings. Not, I'm crazy. I like killing people. Bullshit. It's like, I don't see it. I see a girl that suffered through a traumatic event and now suffering from Stockholm Syndrome. Like, she's not a villain to me. She's someone that just cool. And if you've been watching my Batwoman reviews, I think you've kind of been seeing a pattern that the episodes where Alice is in the background or a secondary story, I like more than the ones where she's front and center. It's saying something. And I'm going to keep saying that she sucks and she's no good. So for your Commodore, Ty Coles, live long and prosper, people. Hailing frequencies closed. Thank you for watching Commodore Ty and enjoying this video. I hope you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if while you're here, check out one of my other videos. Live long and prosper. Hailing frequencies. Hello.